If your TikTok views die after 24 hours, do not delete the video. That little spike and sudden drop off, it's not failure, it's the algorithm doing its job. A lot of creators think they only have 24 hours to go viral or their video is toast, but that's not actually how the algorithm works anymore. TikTok is in its slow burn era, and I've seen videos that have taken off 3, even 10 days after you posted the video because they finally reached the right audience. So if you're freaking out because your views keep stalling, I'm gonna show you exactly what to do next. And here's the kicker, even the videos that don't take off, they're actually helping the algorithm categorize your account. That way you can get more views from your ideal clients in the future. I'll explain that in more depth later in the video, but for now, I want to share with you the next step that you need to make if your views are flatlining. The first thing you should do, because it's just an easy win, is start writing better descriptions using keywords. TikTok is leaning harder into search, which means that your descriptions are more important than ever. But this isn't just about getting discovered in search results, although that is a big win. It's also one of the easiest ways to get the algorithm to categorize your content. Because the more clearly that the algorithm understands what your content is about, what your whole account is about, the more likely it is to show your videos to the right people who are actually interested and more likely to watch the entire video. And that's what increases your watch time and your views. So doing a better job of writing these keyword-rich SEO-based descriptions is going to allow you to get more views, and it's going to help your videos continue to get views for longer. But this isn't something that you have to spend like a ton of time on. I've actually been using ChatGPT to write my descriptions, and most of my clients have too. So let me show you how we do it. Okay, so we are in ChatGPT, and this is the prompt that I'm using every single time. It's very simple. It just says, I would like you to write me a 200-word description for my new TikTok video. I want it to be full of keywords related to my niche so that it shows up when people search for videos like mine. And then I want to feed it as much information as possible. That way it understands, what my video is about. And this is like something you can do without having to like program your GPT with all of your avatar information. It's just like a quick and dirty, easy to use prompt. And so I'm going to say the video title. This is basically what is the hook for your video, right? How to get out of TikTok's 200 view jail. Then I'm going to say, what is my niche? So for me, it's TikTok growth. For you, it might be, weight loss or something like that. And then my target viewers are new TikTok creators that want to make money on TikTok, and then coaches and business owners looking to grow on TikTok. And I say people also wanting to understand how the TikTok algorithm works, because that's really what this is about. Like if you're getting stuck in 200 view jail, it's because you don't understand the algorithm and how to create your content. As you can see, this is very simple. I'm just going to leave it here on the screen for a second. That way you can copy it down. You can use it in your own videos. And once I hit enter on this prompt, ChatGPT is basically going to spit out a description for me, and it's going to be full of that SEO and those keywords, and it's going to be in very natural language. That doesn't mean that you can't edit it. You probably should, but I'm going to show you exactly how it works. So we're going to hit enter on this, and it's going to start getting to work. Okay, so once this is done, we just want to read it over and make sure that it sounds good, it sounds natural, it matches what you're saying in the video and the way that you teach. One of the things that I always look for is that ChatGPT likes to put bullet points of like, in this video, you're going to learn blah, 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 blah. And I tend to do that on YouTube. It's not something I do on TikTok. So I usually change that or have it just say, hey, get rid of the bullets. But it's already done that here. It's kind of learning. So we're going to go ahead and get into it. It says, are your TikTok videos stuck at 200 views no matter what you do? ? So this is great because it's going to be that first line that we're going to see in the description, and it's kind of almost like another hook. It's another opportunity for you to get people's attention. So I like having that open-ended question there. It's really digging into the pain. It says, you might be in TikTok's 200 view jail, and this video breaks down how to escape it. So for me, like I'm going to say, you might feel like you're in TikTok's 200 view jail, and I'm going to show you how to escape it. And the reason that I would change that very minor thing is because the way I teach it is that there's not really a 200 view jail. That's just how the algorithm works. But you might feel like that. You might feel like TikTok is against you. And so I want the messaging to match the things that I say and the things that I teach. So if you're a new creator, coach, online business owner, or content creator, so that seems kind of redundant, so I would remove that, right? So I would say new creator, coach, online business owner, trying to grow on TikTok. This video is for you. I explain how the algorithm works in 2025. That's a great keyword, right? What triggers that 200 view cap and the biggest mistakes creators make that cause their content to get stuck. Letting them understand, like, hey, it's on you. It's not the algorithm. It's something that you're doing. All right. Learn how to boost your watch time, increase engagement, get TikTok to push your videos to bigger audiences, even if you're just starting from scratch. So this is doing a really good job so far. We'll cover algorithm checkpoints, how TikTok tests your content, and why your niche, content packaging, and retention matter more than hashtags or posting time. Now, this is something right here. This is pulling from my previous content, from my YouTube videos that I have loaded into the GPT in order to make it smarter and understand the things that I teach. And so if that's something that you want to learn about, let me know in the comments and maybe I can make a video on it. But that's why I'm able to get some of this information that I teach on the YouTube channel without having to like heavily modify it. It makes it a little bit more in depth with these descriptions. Now, If you want to grow on TikTok, gain real followers, make money with your content, you need to understand how to beat the algorithm at its own game. Okay, so I think that's all good. Now, what I would do here is I would not do subscribe because I don't want that. I don't tend to put those kind of calls to action. I'm not going to use these hashtags. I would generally change the hashtags out and do the ones that I want to do. And we'll talk more about that later. But this is a really good starting point for just getting that description and not having to spend a ton of time figuring it out. Now, even if that video doesn't blow up right away, or if it doesn't blow up at all, we've done two really powerful things by writing that description. Number one, we've optimized it for search. But number two, as long as we're being consistent with the topic, we've given a lot of clear signals to the algorithm to categorize our account, which is going to help every single video that we make in the future about that topic reach the right audience and get better results. Now, before we get into method 2 and dive deeper into how we can stop your video views from dying in the first 24 hours, I know that a lot of you are like me. You're running a business, you're trying to show up on TikTok, and content creation just feels like a full-time job. That's exactly why I've been trying to use AI more often, just to make my work easier. And I know there's a lot of you that want to start learning how to use AI. That way you can make content and grow your business. So here's what I did. I partnered up with HubSpot to hook you guys up with a free resource that's going to make your life so much easier. It's called How to Use AI to Generate High-Impact Social Media Content. And it's an interactive guide that shows you how to start using AI tools like ChatGPT to plan and write and repurpose your content more efficiently. This guide walks you through the exact process step by step, even if you've never used AI before. I've put a link down in the description so you can download it for free. And inside, you're going to learn a ton of stuff, like how to use prompts to generate hooks, write better descriptions, and come up with content ideas without burning out. One of my favorite parts are the AI hooks and viral frameworks that are inside of this guide. These 3 formulas flat out work, and they are all over TikTok, and you can use them to structure your content ideas in a better way to get more views. You're also going to learn some strategies to make your content just sound more human, because this is one of the biggest issues that I see with people that rely way too heavily on AI in their content. They just sound robotic and boring. But if you start with AI and then you just sprinkle a few personal touches, then no one will ever know. I've actually found that my content has started to get better since I started using AI, because the AI is helping me talk about the same topics I talk about all the time, but like in new and unique ways, to talk about them in ways that I might not have thought to present the idea. Like most creators, I was starting to feel a little bit like a broken record, but ChatGPT was able to take all of my knowledge and my ideas and then just like package them in a new way that to me helped, like, I started to feel like my content was fresh again. So hit the link in the description and download this free guide now. Also, a big shout out to HubSpot for hooking you all up with this free resource. All right, let's keep it moving. Most creators are using hashtags completely wrong, and if your views are flatlining, this is one of the first things that I would fix. Now, listen, hashtags will not make your videos go viral. That's a myth. But if your videos have been struggling in that first 24 hours, hashtags can give you a better chance of helping the algorithm understand who your video is for. Because if the algorithm doesn't know what your content's about, it's not going to know who to show your videos to. And that means less reach, lower watch time, and fewer of your ideal clients seeing your content. So start thinking of hashtags not as a growth hack, but as a categorization tool. When used correctly, hashtags are going to help TikTok put your videos in front of the right people, the ones who are going to watch and follow and buy from you because your content is relevant to them. Now, here's a couple of quick hashtag rules for you. This is exactly what you need to do. First, only use 3 to 5 hashtags. If you're dropping 8 to 10 hashtags, all you're doing is confusing the algorithm. It doesn't know which audience to prioritize, so all you're doing is burying your video instead of boosting it. Next, stop using the generic stuff like hashtag FYP and hashtag viral. These do not help with reach, and TikTok has said that they have 0 impact on your video getting discovered. You're better off using that space on hashtags that are related to the topic of the video and how it relates to your niche. You should also be using TikTok's built-in search tool in order to find hashtags. Just type in keywords related to your video topic like online coaching or losing the belly fat after age 40. Then swipe over to the hashtags tab. This shows you the exact hashtags that TikTok is already associating with your topic. It's TikTok telling you the exact hashtags that it wants you to use. When you're scrolling through these options, make sure that you target hashtags with 10,000 to 500,000 uses. This range is competitive enough to show that people are actually searching for that video topic, but it's not so saturated that your video is just going to get buried. The sweet spot is actually going to be 10K to 100K views whenever you can find it. You should also use longer, more specific hashtags when needed. If all the results you're seeing are too broad and they're outside of those parameters that I just gave you, then you're going to want to use something called a long tail keyword to kind of get down into that range. And you do this by just adding on to it. So if TikTok growth is too big, you might say something like TikTok growth in 2025, or TikTok growth for beginners, or TikTok growth for coaches. This is going to reduce the number of uses to put it in that range, and it's probably going to get you better results because it's more specific to who you want to see your video. Now, there is something important for you to understand. Using keywords in your descriptions and using the right hashtags hashtags, this is sending signals to the algorithm. It's telling TikTok like, hey, this is who this video is for, and this is what this video is about. And when TikTok understands those things, it's going to show your video to the right people that the video is relevant to, which means more watch time, more views, and more of you attracting your ideal clients. But here's the catch. Even if your video is put in front of the right people, if the video idea isn't strong enough, if it's not something that they're actually interested in or searching for, people are going to swipe right by the video. So if your video dies after 24 hours, it might not be that there's something wrong with the algorithm. It might just be that your topic isn't hitting. That's why method 3 is all about choosing video ideas that your ideal audience actually wants to see. Because you can do everything that I've already covered in this video right, but if your idea does not hook the viewer's attention, then your views are still going to die in that first 24 hours. This is where a lot of coaches screw up because they're posting consistently and they're using a lot of the right strategies, but they're not creating content that speaks to what their audience wants. That's why searchable content matters. You want to create videos around topics that are already in demand. Things your ideal client is typing into the search bar or they're stopping to watch when it shows up in their feed. And the best tool to find these topics is TikTok's Creator Search Insights. Here's how you're going to use it. First thing, you're going to open up TikTok and you're going to type in Creator Search Insights into the search bar and select it. TikTok is going to show you real search phrases like that people are actually using, and it's going to tell you how competitive each of those terms are. You should be looking for low competition, high volume keywords. That's your green light because there's a lot of demand, but there's not a lot of videos on the topic. Next thing you want to do is click the little camera icon that is next to the keyword. This tells TikTok that you're intentionally creating content to fill that search gap. And you can record directly in that app or you can upload the video, whatever's easier for you. You just want to make sure you click on that icon because it's going to help the algorithm connect your content to the search query. And I mentioned this already, but you want that low competition and high volume in the search term. That's the sweet spot. Those are the videos that have the most view potential because there's a lot of people searching for those videos, but TikTok does not have enough videos from creators to fill that demand. So instead of guessing, you're letting TikTok actually tell you what your audience wants. And then you're using that to create strategic, highly relevant videos that fill the gap for TikTok. When you do this right, you're no longer just like creating content and hoping it hits. You're building a content strategy that's actually aligned with the real interests of your audience, and you're helping TikTok reach their goals. And that's going to lead to long-term growth and sustainable views. Now, I do want to share like a quick reality check on this last point. Creator Search Insights is very powerful, and you're going to hear everyone and their mom on TikTok telling you to use Creator Search Insights and about all the amazing results that they're getting. But it is not some instant virality button. Yes, it's telling you what people are searching for, but there are thousands of creators that are also trying to use this tool and create videos on that topic, and you are in competition with every single one of them, and only the best videos are going to get the views. So using Creator Search Insights is what allows you to actually throw your hat in the ring and be competitive and get those views that are available, but it doesn't guarantee them. So I recommend that you always create multiple versions of this video on the same topic because it might be that third, fourth, or even fifth video that finally hits and gets you the results. But if you really want to stack the deck in your favor, the secret is combining these search insights with proven ideas. And that's where method 4 comes in. Check this out. TikTok will actually tell you what type of content and topics are working right now. You just have to train it to do that. When you take the time to train your feed, TikTok will fill it with nothing but the most viral videos in your niche, and it becomes a gold mine for what I call outlier content. Outlier videos are ones that drastically outperform a creator's average. They spike way above what the account normally gets. And they're exactly what you want to model in order to go viral and grow your own account. And when you pair those outliers with a creator search keyword, you could have a video that just gets views for weeks. So here's how to find those outliers and how to train your FYP to show them to you every single time you open the app. Number 1, start engaging only with content from your niche. Like, comment, watch, and even follow creators that have content that's aligned with yours. Ignore everything else because this is going to send signals to the algorithm of what type of content you want to study. And I'm serious, ignore it. If you want to use TikTok to watch random BS to just scroll mindlessly on at the end of the evening, then create another account. Keep this one for business. Number 2, look up niche keywords inside of the TikTok search bar. Whether it's online coaching tips or fat loss for busy dads, open up that search bar and just start scrolling through those videos. Look at the ones that are getting the most views. Click on them, go to that creator's profile, and pay special attention to the videos that are getting significantly more views than they have followers or than the views that they normally get. Those are your outliers. If you start saving those and engaging with those and saying that you're not interested in anything else, then the For You feed is going to start changing, and it's only going to show show you this type of content so you don't have to search for it anymore. Number 3, click on those outlier videos and analyze them. What was the hook? What is on the screen in the first 2 seconds of the video? Is it story-based? Is it list style? Is it visually dynamic? What about that video is standing out to you that's different from other content you see? Save these videos because they're giving you proven ideas and formats that you can use in your own content. Number 4, create your own version of these outliers. If you do this for every video, you greatly increase your chances of getting views and growing your account. Stop guessing and model what works. And like I said earlier, if you model one of your outliers for a creator search insights keyword, you are drastically improving the view potential for that video. But there's something that most creators don't realize until it's too late, and we need to take a second to talk about it. Every TikTok dies eventually. Some crash after 24 hours, and some pull in thousands of views for weeks before they eventually taper off. But they all slow down eventually because TikTok is constantly looking for fresh content, even if it's on the exact same topic. And that's actually good news for you because you can take advantage of the system by constantly recreating and refreshing your content. Which brings us to method number 5. You should be recycling your top performing videos, the ones that did 5x, 10x, even 20x your average views. We're using the Pareto principle here, and we're accepting that 20% of our videos are going to drive 80% of our views, and we're going to leverage that. So instead of constantly reinventing the wheel, you're going to take your proven winners and you're going to remake them, and you're going to remake them over and over and over again. And you want to do this because most of your views are going to come from people that have never seen your content before. And so by creating a fresh version of a video that already worked, you're filling that demand for TikTok. They're just going to put it out there again and show it to more people that are interested in that same thing. This is what creates a snowball effect on TikTok. When you've got 3, 4, 5 videos all getting pushed at once, all about similar proven topics, TikTok is actually going to start referring views from one video to the others. So let's say somebody watches one of your recycled videos. TikTok already knows exactly who to show that video to because you've created it before. And so now they can go show it to more people that are interested in the same type of content. And anybody that watched those videos, TikTok now knows is interested in your niche, in your voice, in your vibe. And it'll keep showing them your other videos on similar topics, whether they were updated days or even weeks apart. It's like having this mini content army that's constantly bringing people into your world, and it's building you momentum and driving people to your offers. And look, this is how smart creators are growing without the burnout. All the top creators that you look up to, this is what they're doing. They're just not telling you about it. And that means that you should be doing it too. You don't need to come up with 100 new ideas every single month. You just need half a dozen great ideas that are repackaged and remixed and reposted strategically. Those are going to drive the views, and then you can experiment with the rest. And the more you learn, the better your videos are going to do in the future. So here's what I want you to do. I want you to start by creating a swipe file of all of your top performing videos. Once a month, you're going to remake those videos. Same script, same hook, same everything. You're just going to make a new version of the video. And every 2 to 3 weeks, you're going to remake those videos, but you're going to do it with a new hook or a new format or just something slightly different to experiment. Do this every month. Then use that data to guide your next batch of content instead of just making the videos that you think might work or whatever you feel like making in the moment. That's how you are going to grow month after month after month instead of being stagnant. Now, real quick, everything we just covered is going to help you to start getting more views and prevent most of your videos from dying in the first 24 hours. But honestly, it's just the start of what I wish somebody would have told me when I first started on TikTok. There are 19 lessons that I have learned that would have saved me so much frustration and allowed me to grow so much faster. And they're all inside the next video I want you to watch. If you want to skip the trial and error and start doing what actually works, this video is packed with everything that I wish I would have known from day one. Go watch that next. I'll see you there.